Hey students, I've had a couple of requests to help with Chapter 11, some of the problems, so I've got two here that I'm going to do. And this is dealing with medications that we're administering per our weight. So in this question, we have Solu-Medrol 1.5 milligrams per kilogram. So I'm going to put this down here. Is ordered for a child weighing 74.8 pounds. The Solu-Medrol is available as 125 milligrams per 2 milliliters, and we want to know how many milliliters we are going to administer. So the first part of this is to get your weight out of the problem and out of the equation completely. And what we have to do with that is solve for the first two parts that we have here, because per this amount, for the doctor's orders, he wants to give 1.5 milligrams per kilogram of this person's weight. So what I always do first is get my kilograms completely out of the way, and then I'm going to be left with milligrams again, which is going to be what the doctor wants us to give. So how do we get how do we get pounds, then to kilograms? So you go back to your known variable, and we know that there is 1 kilogram is in 2.2 pounds, and that is equal. So with that being said, on this one, anytime that it's written in pounds, we always know that we need to change that to kilograms. So what I'm going to do here is divide my weight in pounds by my weight in kilograms. And hold on, I gotta find my calculator here. So we will put in there that 74.8 divided by 2.2 gives us 34 kilograms. So this is how many kilograms that this patient weighs, and again, the doctor wants to know, or wants to give 1.5 milligrams per kilogram. So actually I'm going to take my kilograms now, and I want to get the kilograms out here. So I'm just going to write this a different way, and I'm going to put this 1.5 milligrams over kilogram, and since that's kilogram, I'm going to put my 34 kilograms here, and so ultimately my kilograms will cancel out. So ultimately what I'm going to do is do 1.5 times our weight in kilograms times 34, and that gives us then 51 milligrams is what the doctor wants given for this particular patient's weight. Now, since we've done all this, we can mark all this out, and now we're just left with this and this. So now we're going to solve for our milliliters problem. So this is just stuff that we've now been doing. So since we're solving for milliliters, I'm going to put milliliters on top. And of my information here, I have 125 milligrams is in 2 milliliters. So here I'm going to write that sentence. And again, since this is milligrams, I want to put milligrams here. And this is now going to be what our answer was from this person's weight, and that's going to be 51 milligrams. And again, over 1. So 2 times 51 gives us 102 divided by 125. And that gives us 0.816, and I would want this, and I would tell you on the exam that I would want it rounded in the nearest tenth, so we would then write 0.8 milliliters. So that's problem 1, and then I've got another problem here, again just to help you with your the homework and the exam for this week. So here we have Fortaz is ordered 50 milligrams per kilogram. POTID to a child that weighs 25.5 kilograms. Fortaz is available in an oral suspension labeled 100 milligrams per milliliter, and we want to solve for how many milliliters. Now you'll notice in this problem that the problem has actually already given us our weight in kilograms, so we don't have to do any figuring here as far as from pounds to kilograms. So here, again, I'm going to write this just as this to get your kilograms out of the way. And then ultimately, you will just know that to get our dosage per our weight, we're just going to times or multiply our whatever's here by our weight. So that's going to give us, let's see, 50 times 25.5, 1,275 milligrams POTID. So now we've used this and we've used this, you've used that. So now our new information that we're going to be using is this. And again, we're solving for milliliters, so we're going to put milliliters on top. So here's what we're going to plug in here. Whoops. I didn't mean to put an M there. I want to put a 1 milliliter is equivalent to 100 milligrams in this question. And again, since this is milligrams, milligrams has to be here, and then that's where we're going to put our 1275. So we're going to do 1275 divided by 100, and so that's going to give us 12.75 milliliters. And again, I would be more specific on what I wanted you to round to, but I'm just going to say we're going to round this. If I say round to the 10th, it would be 12.8 milliliters. If I had said to round to the whole number, you would put 13 milliliters.